Beautiful. And last name, how?
One more here, one more here.
Mr. Gibson.
Well, I think when you're going to see the film, and the insight into the world.
Guys, I need one more for house.
One more.
We're there, we're not going to die.
You're not going to need.
No, it's just beautiful. And last name, how?
One more here, one more here.
Mr. Gibson.
Well, I think when you're going to see the film, and the insight into the world.
Guys, I need one more.
Probably when we saw you on stage had no idea what you had been going through. Did you doubt for a second that you might be able to come back and that you'd be standing in those toes that you are right now?
I think that's something that almost every dancer experiences is envy, not always to that degree, but you can't really allow yourself to believe that it's going to be the end, or it's going to be the end. And so I didn't allow myself to even imagine that. I think I was aware that, well, clearly doctors were saying to me that this might be the end of my career. But there was this naivete, I think, that I had to have in order to be able to continue. And it's interesting just to be able to sit back and watch that process in the film. Something that I don't think I was aware of the degree and the magnitude of the fact that it was possible that I could not have gotten back to this point, and I could have never been a principal dancer with the American Ballet Theater. But if I allowed myself mentally to get an emotion to believe that physically, I don't think I ever would have healed. And I just kind of went on with my journey, like, this is still my goal. I'm old in ballet standards, but I'm going to keep going. Because nothing has ever really, I feel like, been planned out in a way that ballet standards have set for me. So I just thought, you know, I started at 13 and that's not typical. I'm Black and that's not typical. I got to 18 in 4 years and that's not typical. So I'm still going to be a principal dancer.
So just give you not typical and you keep going. 2 months ago when I saw you, you said it still had not sunk in. In fact, you were quite emotional when you were on stage with Ms. Wilkinson and with Carmen Delavalade, talking about the history and the trail that had been blazed. Has it sunk in, and how is it feeling at this point? I mean, are you feeling this pressure, or are you just sort of settling in now and becoming that great dancer that we know you are?
No, it hasn't sunk in still. I still just feel like me and this little girl who grew up in San Pedro and loves music, and I still love Mariah Carey. And no, it doesn't feel real, and I don't know if it will ever feel the way you anticipate or imagine being at this level will feel. I just feel like me and how I've always felt, and I feel like at this point I don't feel the pressure, which maybe is different from what I felt before. A pressure to get to this point and to make especially the African American community proud. It's a little bit different now, but I feel like I am Raven, and I'm all of these amazing ballerinas that came before me, who have set this path that a lot of people didn't know even existed. And so I feel like I am them. So it's not me here in this position.
And that trail was blazed by Ms. Wilkinson. If you heard any subtle applause up there, it wasn't even so subtle throughout. Ms. Wilkinson was applauding throughout the film. I was watching her, and she was applauding every move that you made. But I want to ask you,